Hello, and thank you for inviting me to join you as we celebrate 50 years of clean water action. You, the members, local leaders, and environmental champions across the Commonwealth, have been instrumental to Clean Water Action's many victories over the years. And I congratulate tonight's awardees, the Taunton Clean Air Coalition, Brian Cardinal, Brent Beaslak, and my partners and friends in MA5, the NAACP Mystic Valley Branch, and State Representative Jessica Giannino. I'd also like to recognize Sue Phelan and Steve Seymour from Green Cape for all their work to protect our environment, health, economic well-being, and quality of life. For 5 decades, Clean Water Action has been at the forefront of the fight for a cleaner, more just planet. You've protected our planet while solving community-based challenges through your policy, expertise, advocacy, and grassroots organizing. The scope of your impact is local and global. Your work embodies Nelson Mandela's words: "Freedom alone is not enough without light to read, without time or access to water." Clean water is a basic freedom. Ask any family with a loved one sick with cancer from toxic water. Ask any parent struggling to care for a child with asthma from polluted air. The tragedies in Flint and Jackson resonate right here in Massachusetts. Let me tell you about a family in the 5th District, John and Katie from Woburn. Last year, right after Katie got pregnant, their family received a letter informing them that the PFAS level in their town's water supply was too high for safe consumption. For 9 months, Katie could only drink bottled water. They were forced to spend hundreds of dollars to purchase bottled water, made dozens and dozens of trips to the store, and created huge amounts of plastic waste. Even cooking something as simple as pasta became much more expensive and time-consuming. The inability to safely drink their tap water cost John and Katie's family time and money that should have been spent preparing for their first child. Even after the water was safe to drink, they found it difficult to trust the water coming out of the tap, especially when it came to making baby formula. Today, their baby is almost 6 months old, and they are considering buying a $500 water filtration system that requires a plumber to install for another $500. That's money that could go to childcare or even a college fund. No family in Woburn or anywhere in Massachusetts should be spending thousands of dollars out of pocket for something that should safely come out of their faucets every day. That's why Democrats in Congress, in partnership with the White House, have found solutions so families like Katie and John's can access safe, clean water. I want to tell you about 3 historic steps we've taken. First, we enacted the Infrastructure and Jobs Law, legislation that is investing $55 billion in federal funding to ensure that clean, safe drinking water is a right in all communities. This is the largest single investment in clean drinking water and wastewater infrastructure in American history. Massachusetts alone is poised to receive over $12 billion from the new law. And nationwide, we've invested $10 billion to detect and eliminate PFAS chemicals. The new law will also eliminate all lead pipes in the U.S. at work, home, school, child care centers, and across tribal nations. Second, President Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act, which is the largest investment to fight climate change in our history. It lowers carbon emissions, invests in clean energy manufacturing, creates new green jobs, and makes clean energy more affordable, from EVs to home appliances. And finally, just weeks ago, the Biden White House announced the Environmental Protection Agency created a new Office of Environmental Justice. Environmental policy and equity will now always be intertwined. We've long known that access to drinking water isn't just a public health issue, but also a racial justice issue. Lead poisoning is higher among Black Americans than whites, and higher in inner cities and low-income families. Clean water, like so many other freedoms in this country, can greatly depend on your zip code, your income, or your race. We've fought this battle in Massachusetts, and I'm proud to have secured $3 million for the City of Malden's lead line replacement program in last year's government funding package. The federal dollars are accelerating the replacement of lead service on behalf of Malden residents. And now the new EPA office will prioritize equal access to clean water in every town and community. None of these advancements would have been possible without the leadership and partnership of Clean Water Action over the last 50 years. The Clean Water Act of 1976 started this movement and opened the floodgates of environmental activism. This incredible win for our people and planet taught us to be urgent, bold, and unrelenting in the fight for clean water and a green future. Of course, there is much more work remaining. The Native American proverb reminds us, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. So today, let's celebrate our progress and continue to find inspiration from these words. For John and Katie's son in Woburn, for every child from Malden to Mississippi, we must redouble our commitment to building a greener, cleaner, more sustainable future for generations to come, to guarantee their future and their freedom. My message today is as clear as our water will be. I'll always stand with you in our fight for America's families and for a cleaner planet. Thank you for being a leader in this work and my partner on the ground and in Washington. Here's to another 50 years of clean water action.